There is a local celebrity in our midst. She is a baker from Brooklyn, and she is the brains and the hands behind some cookies you may have seen for a royal baby shower. Yes, they were all the rage at some point, but today she's pivoting a little bit. She's making back to school cookies. It makes sense. There are so many students going back to school in some way, shape, or form. But like so many other small business owners, she had to pivot once COVID-19 hit. Her business, Tiny Kitchen Treats, well, it's been affected, and we're gonna hear the story behind the one and only, I love that I get to say your name, Marisol Morley, joining us from Brooklyn. Good morning, Marisol, how are you?
Good morning, Marisol. How are you? Hey,
How many times are we gonna say this back? How many? We're so happy to have you here, and I wanna get to your story. In 2015, you left your job in finance to start baking cookies. Tell me very quickly what that impact had on your family, what their reaction was, and why cookies.
Yeah, there were people that in my family that thought, this is amazing, go for it. And then there were other people that thought, are you crazy? That's going to happen anytime you make a decision like this, and you have to kind of trust, that internal compass. Why cookies? Cookies found me. I started Tiny Kitchen Treats as a company that was going to do everything involved with parties and party planning. And very quickly, I realized that was a lot to bite in, one mouthful. So we started to focus on cookies. We started making them. We had the best response to them, and they brought the most joy both to myself to make and to give to people, because they're like tiny works of art.
They really are. We just showed pictures of your family, including your husband, who said you're crazy for leaving your day job. But it turned out pretty good because you got some high-profile accounts right off the bat. You had Google, Chanel, Netflix, Dior, Harley Davidson. That's crazy. I think you're right when you say the cookies found you, because then that led to the royal baby shower. Tell us about that.
Yeah, my husband, he's been a huge supporter. He's been as close as you can get to it, literally in our little tiny home where I started this, baking in our kitchen. Sometimes he was trying to sleep 10 feet away. But he's been an amazing, amazing rock during all of this, helping me with actual orders. And he was actually next to me when I got that order, which of course we didn't know what it was for, but we were feeling. And that order was, it was the culmination of a lot of hard work. Darcy Miller, who's a New York City-based illustrator, reached out. We'd worked together many times before. And all those clients, they seem like they just come quickly when you have a business like mine, but it's really years of great customer service, of an amazing product, of following through on your word. And I really think that any business that strives towards that being a goal can achieve what we've achieved. And yeah, that was an incredible order. Every baby shower order is special. When you have kids, you know what a special time that is for the parents. But to know that we were, that legitimate was an incredible way to say, we're here to stay, and tell the world that, they can order cookies from us. You don't have to be the royal family.
I know. We were talking obviously about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's child. We're running out of time, but I know that you had to pivot during COVID to make money. You expanded to bakeware, but you also were affected by Black Lives Matter. Very quickly, tell us, how did that impact the way you decided to do business?
At Tiny Kitchen Treats, we've always made it a part of our business model to give back to our community. Our shop is based in Crown Heights, and we were right in the middle of a lot of the Black Lives Matter protests. Which actually, even though it was difficult to reopen our business after being closed for 3 months during that very pivotal week, it was an important reminder that we are all part of something bigger. And I'd never seen support from our community like I did when we put out our sign to show that we supported the movement. Locals coming in, ordering cookies, or just coming in to say thank you. I felt like we were witnessing a moment in history and standing on the right side of history. So it was not the easiest time to reopen a business, but as New Yorkers, we're strong and we don't give up, and we're there for each other. So it felt like the right time, actually.
Marisol Morley, we are so rooting for you. I know you have been through a lot. Just because you had the royal baby shower doesn't mean that you are filling up with orders, and we hope that talking to you today has a small impact on what you're doing for your family and for your community. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it.